She's finally here. Our new Yonder. It has been a long time planning and building, but we believe we have created the ultimate off-grid, off-road, family, full-time travel package.
This is going to be awesome. We can't wait to start traveling. We have built and designed this to specifically how we travel, with all the bits and pieces in it that we want to make our lives comfortable.
And specifically to accommodate our massive man-children.
Yes.
Yeah, it might on face value, this might look like the same van that we had before, but we have made some massive changes. The internal layout will blow your mind. It is completely different, but ultimately it's set up to make the most comfortable package for us traveling Australia full time.
So let's sit down and get into it, and hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. Let's go.
Let's do it. Righto, the big focal point of caravans these days is weight, so we'll get stuck into that. We've gone with a 4.5 ton ATM upgrade on this again. So fully loaded, we can be 4.5 ton. It's got a 42 GTM, and we put a lot of weight into this one compared to the old one in cutting some weight down. We've added a fair bit, and we still managed to come in lighter, so we've got a tear on this one of 29.95. So you'll have a 500 kilo payload for like your 200 series cruisers, your 79s, anything with a 3.5 ton tow. This thing will be able to tow it this time, which we are super stoked about. So with the weights out of the way, let's get stuck into what we've done on it. So obviously you go on the big toolbox, the barbecue, the Ziggy will go in here again. It's got the slide out both sides. Barbie sits in there. We put the fusion lock in here to keep all the accessories tidy. But yeah, so big toolbox, we love it. And the main reason behind that butt is to mount this bad boy. We're going with the Full Pro Rider, it's a quad bike rack. We had this on the old van, and it is amazing. We went to the Cape, we've been so much travelling, and it did not miss a beat. The bike stay there, that's fully lockable, fully solid, it's in the front, it's not getting that bounce hanging off the back, so yeah, we love the Full. Now, another thing we've changed up on this one is we've gone 4.5 kilo gas bottles. There's a big change inside, which you'll know partly why, but because we've got such a big battery system, the compressor fridge, we don't need 9 kilos, drops a bit of weight, but yeah, that'll be plenty for us. The stone guard, pretty much standard on all off-road vans these days. Mud flaps to stop the stones banging around, but yeah, pretty much a standard. Now, stuck with the Boss. Love our Boss, best jockey wheel on the market in our opinion, so if you're looking to upgrade your jockey wheel, we highly recommend the Boss. It's a banger. Now, one of the big changes we did do on this one, which we're super stoked with, is we've Raptor-coated the whole chassis. So Raptor-coat is very, very durable, but it's very light and it's very easy to repair, which is the perfect complement for any sort of chassis, especially in an off-road van. So any chips and dings you can replace, you can get spray cans from like Super Cheap and whatnot, give it a touch up. Yeah, we were going to gow coat it, but gow coating is extremely heavy. Yeah, so we've gone, the guys from Rhino Chassis who Yonder used to build their chassis, have knocked this out of the park, and we are super stoked with how it turned out. Then as I said, we got the 4.5 ton ATM, so obviously that comes with the Cruisemaster GO 45 instead of your standard 35. These articulate, they go both ways, so for your off-road ability, second to none. We love it. Yeah, Cruisemaster stuff is top of the line, and we wouldn't really have anything else on our vans. So obviously your standard safety chains, these are pretty cool. They've come with a little hook there, blue, so you know where they are, and all your cables and stuff. Now, one thing we did do, which you'll see when we get to the back, we got 2 plugs. We've gone with the dual safety Dave camera instead of the original one. So this one will face at about 40 degrees and back at say 120, 130. So we've got all angles covered while we're driving for that bit of extra safety and reversing. So yeah, that's wicked. We're loving that. But I think that's pretty much it at the front. Oh yeah, you got your breakaway, which is by law every caravan's got to have it. Now up the front there, we got the big bar light as a work light. That throws out that much light, it's not funny. So we can light up the whole camp area with that if we want. I'm just going to drop my sunnies because it's about 40 degrees here today, and it's sunny and hot. Righto, so we'll swing over this way. Let's go. Righto, as we swing down this side, you got all your standards. You got your tunnel boot in here. This thing is massive. We normally travel with our swags and whatnot in there, so that is a massive tunnel boot if you want to swing around and have a look up in there. And then next door, we've got under the bed storage. You might think that's a bit weird from the outside, but we'll explain a bit more when we get inside. But yeah, we got full access to the whole under the bed from the outside, which is absolutely wicked. We've got so much storage under there. So okay, so they've got the Aussie Traveller windows in these, but we've got the new super slim flat windows. They're ridiculously dark tinted and flat as. They look amazing. We're super stoked with them. They look next level. Like you can see straight down the whole van. They just sort of disappear into the dark colour scheme we got. Right, and then we got the Swift gas hot water, 24 litre, I'm pretty sure, holding tank. Now we didn't go with the instantaneous gas because the instantaneous gas is about 30 kilos heavier for that unit. And we have had no issue whatsoever running out of hot water with this. So we've just stuck with what we know and it'll do us fine. So got your 15 amp power, 240 volt power in. Now, one big change on this one, which we love. The one with the black 18-inch rims. These things look sick. We love them. These totally different to our last one, but yeah, we love these. These are they are King Off-Road wheels, and they look epic. The 18s are cool, so they give us that little bit of extra height too, because we've got the same profile of wheels. So that's pretty cool. Obviously the jewels. Now another thing we changed up was, if you know anything about putting water into vans, the old into the side. Sometimes they can get airlocks and they are a pain in the butt. So this one, we've added this system where you fill it in from the bottom of the tank. There's no filler. You turn your taps on, plug it in, and you choose it all through that. It's awesome. We've used that a couple of times now and absolutely love it. I think that is one of the best things we've done on this van. Now that's cassette for the toilet. Obviously, now we didn't go with the composting toilet, because we didn't think we needed it. One, we don't know it enough and we just didn't want to try it basically, and we're happy with, we travel with 2 cassettes and that's done us fine. We've never had any issues with that. So take your own stance on the old composting versus cassette toilet, but that's where we are. But we'll swing around here. Hayley will meet us around there because the sun's going to get in the camera, and we'll keep shooting. Around the back here, first thing you're probably going to notice, we've got 2 windows on the back. Probably leads a little bit into what's happening inside, but yeah, we'll leave that for now. But we've gone with the extra large windows at the back here. We've got, there's a safety Dave, the double safety Dave, and another big bar light, throwing plenty of light. Now the Rhino chassis boys, they've built their own custom boxes for our jerry cans. Again, Raptor coated, bumpers Raptor coated. And on this one, we've only gone for the single spare. We ended up taking one of the spares off last time. We don't need 2, we don't believe anyway. So yeah, so these wheels will get changed out at some point, I think, to some high quality wheels, but for now, just the one spare, and yeah, that's what's happening at the back. But yeah, bit of an indicator as to what we're doing inside. So now we'll swing around, come down this side. She's all pretty standard down here, I think. So we got the big Aussie Traveller awning, and super high quality. We had no issues whatsoever with the last one. Drop down table, outside speakers, 10 amp for powering up out here. Now I'm going to leave that one for now. That's one of the goodies, and this one is just the entertainment hatch. Yeah, so all nicely appointed with some like carbon finishing in there, so that looks super smick. Got your 240 and your 12 volt plugs. Outside light to lighten up your stairwell as you're coming in. Aussie Traveller door. We had this on this same door on the last one. Absolutely epic. We had no dust, no leaks. What do I do here? Put that together and you lock it up and it suctions in, and that's epic. These steps, these are cool. We ended up getting the original ones on our last van changed over to these ones. Love these steps. Super high load rating. And yeah, just another outside work light and the other side of the tunnel boot. So, yeah, so that's it. That's pretty much the outside. I mean, she's a standard, but super high quality build. Absolutely stoked with how it went. But yeah, so this is couldn't be happier with how all this turned out. Hello, she's a bit cooler down here. Right, as you'd probably guess, the one thing we were never going to be without on this van was the old Cruise Master airbag suspension. We got on the level 4, the M46s. They come with the remote res shock, so they've just got a bit of extra oil in there when you're banging up and down on those corrugations and through the gibs and up to the capes. These things stay nice and cool. Never failed us. Absolutely love them. These are besides looking amazing, definitely the best off-road suspension on the market in our opinion. And that's only our humble opinion, but yeah, tried, tested and proven that these things are epic. Now paired up with them is 12-inch hydraulic disc brakes. Again, something we were never going to be without. The difference between disc and your normal electric drum brakes is night and day, and we just feel for safety reasons this was the best fit for us. So yeah, again, and then all the on up here is air tank for the airbags, but it's also used, you can use the pump up tyres, it holds air. So yeah, that's a cool thing that comes with that. Now we got 3 95 litre water tanks and 1 95 litre grey water tank. They're all protected up here with some steel plating, full Raptor coating as we explained. Yeah, so it's all going on under here. Everything's top notch, everything's done the best. Yeah, so under here, pretty standard, but yeah, the water capacity allows us to stay off grid for a bloody long time if we use it sparingly. So we're super stoked with how it all came out under here, and yeah, could not be happier. For those of you that have never actually seen the Cruise Master system in action, this is where the magic happens. So a little bag of goodies that come with it. So yeah, so there on that, starts up your pump, and then with these little switches you can just move the van around and level her up however you need to. All done with a flick of a button. And then if you need to, you can plug the airline in to pump up the tyres and stuff. But they're out of tank. This thing, absolutely epic. So yeah, Cruise Master, gotta have it. Anyway, let's swap over. I'll take the camera, we'll jump inside, and Hayley can run you through what's happening inside, because inside is where the magic's happening.
Welcome to the inside of our new van. Come on in. So let me just hang my hat up and we'll get straight into it. Alright, we might start in the bedroom. So first off, our first major change we have in our new van is this big queen offset to the right hand side master bed. How good is this? It leaves us with all this space to the left hand side to be able to get changed, stand, do a little dance if you want to. It is a massive space here, and so far I think we've been in the van now 8 weeks. We are absolutely loving the idea of this. So we have a nice big double cupboard for all our clothes.
Hayley's clothes. All of that's nearly Hayley's. Just saying.
All we do in our cupboard for our storage is roll up our clothes into these nice felt baskets that were just from Kmart, and we pop them in there. Nice big cupboards there, and we've got 3 nice big over the bed cupboards here, and the same deal with these. We roll up our cupboards into the felt clothes into the felt baskets and pop them up in there.
Ridiculous amounts of space in this one.
So the same, there's 2 up there. Now all the cupboards, as you can see, I'm going underneath, they have hidden clips that you just push in and out, and they clip on for stability. Now we've also gone with a different colour scheme up here in the bed. It's a light grey, as you can see, and the black lamps, over the bed lamps with the blue and the white light for reading. We've also got a plug on each side. There's a plug in here if you want to charge anything. There's also some little extras that we put in this time is the C and the USB points down in the cupboard, because we know all our phones and everything are going to the C port. So that's, we've added an extra. I've added a little fusion box up above the window there. We've never had any issues with them coming off, and we absolutely love them. Nice big bench space here. 2 drawers. We pop our socks and undies in there. And 2 big cupboards down there where we pop our shoes. Now, you're gonna ask, how do we get to the underbed storage? Obviously, with having the offset bed, it is a set in frame. We don't have the lift up bed like before, but we have 2 big cupboards, one here at the front and one here at the side, which we open and we access whatever we need to under the bed there. So that's not an issue. We have the Sirocco fans again to each side. And I might turn them on because, as Daniel mentioned, it's about 40 degrees here today. And we have our master smart TV, which we've got points either side, so we're able to have it either side. Here's the hook. You just take the hook off, slide the TV in, and it plugs in up there.
So why do we get that option, dear?
We got that option because we still have little children and they love to have movie night with mum and dad. So we can all jump on the bed here and pop the TV over here, and we also then, moving into our living area, have a spot here for someone to enjoy watching the movie.
Yeah, that was one of our big things, was this little day bed. It took a lot of time sort of designing this to make it work, but yeah, we're super stoked with how that come out. So
yeah, so we absolutely love this space. It's just a game changer in our travel life, being able to have all of us 4 fit, you know, comfortably in here and sit down and watch a movie together. Now, moving on into the dining area, we have the charcoal lounge, which we absolutely love. And you've seen the colour scheme in the bedroom bench there, that it is the nice blonde timber which we had before. We absolutely loved it, so why change? We didn't want to change the colour scheme there, so we really like this colour. It's durable. We didn't have any issues with the last van travelling full time for 12 months, so we went the same one. Also in this space, we have upgraded all our windows to larger size windows. So as you'll see, the lounge window, the bedroom window, we split windows on the left hand side so we can keep the window up top open at night to let the breeze in, and we can lock the bottom one down there for security. But all the windows yeah, upgraded so they can let the breeze through, because we absolutely love having them open and having the breeze.
one thing we need to do that is to get the solar we've got on the roof. We've taken one of the roof hatches out too, so we just needed those bigger windows, let that bit more air in.
Yeah, so as you can see, yeah, we don't have that roof hatch anymore over the bed, as Daniel said. Moving into the kitchen, we have nice big pantry cupboards above the lounge where we store all our food.
We'll get to this one later.
That's our solar and electronic system, so I'll let Daniel talk to that. We also have pockets everywhere, so we put a pocket next to the bed, we've got a pocket up above the doorway, and this one also has a roller blind here for your block out, and not the curtains like before. And we have found this so far to be good.
Yeah, it keeps lots of the light out. It's pretty cool.
So let's turn around and have a look into the main bit of the kitchen area. Right, the first thing you're going to notice in here is we opted for no cooking. So when Daniel was talking about the 4.5 kilo gas bottles on the front instead of the 9, this is the reason why. We are no longer using any gas cooking inside here, or any cooking at all. We don't have an oven. So what we do use, you're going to ask, is our induction cooker. So we've got our induction cooker there and our pots and pans.
And for those wondering, that is the Kmart special, and it has been epic. Not one issue with that thing. $50. It's been the best thing we've ever bought.
Yeah. So we have had that one for our whole 12-month trip. Not an issue, and we've also brought another one now to pop in the ute. But as you can see, this kitchen layout is a bit different to anything you've probably seen before. We did design it. We've got a big pot drawer here as well. This is holding all our cups. We've got a big cupboard here, which is the best thing that you need in a kitchen. It is our bin. It is amazing. I love having it. Instead of having something random hanging around anywhere, it is hidden. It's away. It is the best thing we've done designing this kitchen.
100%. If you're wondering what must do to put in a bloody caravan, put a bin cupboard.
The bottom cupboard there just houses our vacuum cleaner. The top one here is all our cutlery, bit of a junk drawer here. And as you'll notice, it's all soft closing drawers, which is fantastic. We've opted for these upgraded locks as well. A nice big cupboard under the sink, and of course our pantry cupboard, which we absolutely loved in the other van. So we popped another one in there. Okay, we've got our knives on the wall there. If you've watched our previous videos, you know that we had that there in the previous van and that never come off. Nice big deep sink with the black accessories as before.
And the filter, the
filtered
water tap. And for those that want to, this is from Bunnings. It's just a little bloody stone look mat that we put in the bottom of both our sinks. Stops it getting scratched. It's wicked. It's got little suction caps on it. It's pretty cool. Yeah,
so you just take it off and you can wash it out, but it's great. So if things have been chucked in there, it doesn't scratch your sink or dent your sink or whatever. Not that we've found that has happened, but we've put it in there for extra protection. Also, you'll notice that we've got our microwave over this side this time. That is because we opted for the 220 litre Dometic fridge, compressor fridge, and everything we need is fitting in there absolutely perfect. Our freezer
is about to fall over top of everyone. We're on a bit of a drive to get here to where we're filming, so might have been a bit rough around a roundabout.
Should I open that before I started? But as you can see, there is massive space. I'll open it again without things falling down. You know, for 4 people, we fit all our meat and whatever in there. It is fantastic.
Monstrous.
Yeah, plenty of room. This time we do have a little bit of storage under the fridge as well, but that is just for the changing over of our water tanks. There's switches in there to change over from our front and back water tanks, and also we just store our Tupperware in there as well. That's fine. Alright, let's move further down and to the most exciting bit, I think. Oops, got my hats. My hats are the most exciting bit. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Can you guess which side is which? So we have a split ensuite shower, and so far it's working absolutely great. This side, you guessed it, is our shower, and it is massive.
Yeah, absolutely huge. We love the size of that shower.
So again, you can see we put in the pump, conditioner, shampoo and body wash containers in there. We've never had an issue with them. We had them in the last van. They worked absolutely perfect, and it saves your bottles and everything rattling around. We haven't set them up properly yet, and we do have bottles in there. But yeah, we're still figuring out where everything goes, but we were just so excited to get, you know, this on YouTube for you to have a look at. We've opted for the travel knobs that turn this time instead of slide, and that locks your door in place when you're traveling. This side obviously is our ensuite, so take a look in here. It is massive. We can stand in here nice and comfortably, brush our teeth. We have 2 overhead cupboards, which we store all our
junk in at the moment.
Bits and bobs in it. Oh, as you can see, I said we haven't sorted everything out yet, but we will get there. Yep, and our toilet, which you can sit comfortably in with no issues. Another thing we have is our below the sink cupboard, where we've got our chemicals and other bits and bobs in there. Again, I absolutely love the Fusion lock accessories. We have one for our toothbrushes and one for our hand soap here, and it sits there nice and neat, and they have never fallen off the wall. Also, we have our hooks for our towels, which are the Fusion lock hooks.
Yeah, if you want to put out a sponsorship, Fusion lock, happy to take one. We got plenty. Now, one thing I will mention behind the camera is that may look a little bit smaller, but that was a trade-off for what we've created for the boys, which we think is absolutely game changer.
Yeah, so as Daniel said, we have such a special area for our boys. They are so spoiled and they don't know it. But before we get there, we have a concertina door here that just latches across to hold it in place for travel. And you can, bye-bye kids. You can see the kids, and now you can't.
And believe it or not, it does stop a little bit of the noise and keep them separated from us and give everyone a bit of their own time. So
yeah, and it's just as easy to lock it in place. It's just those, what are these clips called?
Press studs.
Press studs. Yeah. All right, so come on in and have a look at this space. It is awesome. This is where our laundry is as well.
Don't mind the fact that one of the boys messed their bed up just before we started filming.
Yes.
That's all right. It's their space. They're allowed to do pretty much whatever they want up in here.
So let's have a look up the top, hey? So one bunk there, one bunk down below, and we have 2 storage cupboards down either end. What a massive space. The boys are just absolutely loving this space. They've got their Sirocco fans, which I'm going to turn on because it's stinking hot in here. And what a great entertainment area space. They've got their smart TVs. They've got their own storage cupboards up there where they can store anything they like. Got a massive storage area down below here where they just store their pajamas or clothes or anything that they've been wearing for the day. Hats. And also extra storage space for their clothes. So what an awesome space this is, and the area that they have here to jump on their bunks is exactly the same as the area they had in our previous van. And yeah, it's just amazing. They have not lost any space here, and they have more storage space and extra room for their TV and their electronics that they like to do. So what I'm going to show you is our laundry. It's the last piece of the van here. This is our laundry space. Another Fusion box up the top there to hold all our stuff, and our washing machine. So that's all we keep in there. And the cupboard up the top, I'll give you a look at that, but you know, it's just storing computers, extra towels, and the kids' toys there. As you can see, a lot of storage still in this van. We don't know how to fill it. We really have things everywhere at the moment. We haven't had a chance to have a good play with where we want everything, but yeah, everything's working, everything's fantastic, and we can't wait to test this massive beast out on our travels around Australia. Now I'll hand back over to Daniel to run through the epic 12-volt system and batteries we have in this Caravan.
Alright, so we know the words game changer get thrown around in the caravan world a lot, but for us personally, this system is a game changer. It's getting to be a pretty standard sort of system now when you're off-grid, off-road type vans, but we're ecstatic about it. It's brilliant. So we have 2 Enerdrive BTEC 300 amp batteries, so 600 amp hours all up. These batteries are phenomenal, up there with some of the best in the business. So yeah, they've got a Bluetooth in them, so you can just connect that straight to your phone, tell exactly what they're doing. If they go flat, they've got a jump start procedure, so they're awesome batteries. Now we've paired that up with the 3000 watt inverter and a 100 amp AC, so 240 volt charger. That's a combo unit, so it takes up just this little bit of space in here, which yeah, so when we're plugged into shore power, we're getting 100 amps an hour of charge in, so that's incredible. If we do for some reason run short on power, we can plug in for a couple of hours and get a lot of charge back in very quickly. Then as we move down, we have in this corner here, you might not be able to see it, but there's a 40 amp DC charger. That's this one in here, so when the car's plugged in and we're driving, we're getting 40 amps plus whatever we're getting in from solar on the roof, which is controlled by these two 40 amp MPPT chargers, so we can get a maximum of 80 amps of power in through them. And if we wanted to, we could hook more solar into that DC. Then there's a shunt there which sends all the relative information up to the brains of the operation, which shows us everything we've got, which is the Simarine panel, which is just up there, which I'll get to in a minute. But yeah, so fairly simple, but does everything it needs to do and does it very, very well. So that yeah, that does everything we need to do plus some. So we're bloody ecstatic with how that's turned out. And they done an awesome job of fitting it all in there. One of the specifications was that we wanted it under the lounge so that we could have all the bed storage. Now we did just make it into, just for a bit of relative information, we just made into the policies have changed for how you can have your setups under your lounge. So if they're under a lounge like this now, they need to be fully enclosed at least, so like these panels can't be accessible to air, so no oxygen can escape into the atmosphere. So just check with the relative people that you're getting to do your vans to make sure that's all compliant. So, but then up here, this is just the panel that runs the inverter and the charger. There's an automatic changeover switch built into that, so if we're plugged into power and we unplug straight away, that'll kick straight in, so there's a seamless transition between shore power and the inverter, so none of our 240 volt appliances will kick out because we run our Starlink off the 240 obviously, so it'll stay seamless. The boys doing their thing will stay seamless. Now all this is fused as it needs to be. Each solar panel needs to be individually fused. Each component has its own individual fusing, breakers, all the legal stuff, all the stuff that's going to stop the van burning down. And hot water switches, water pump. For each one thing we do like about this system is that a lot of it, or pretty much all of it, is still mechanical. The old van had Bluetooth switching and stuff, which was a bit of a pain in the butt, but we love the fact that that's all mechanical and hardwired in. And then we'll swing around up here. Now this is the brains, the Simarine. Looks very simple, and it is and does everything absolutely amazing. I'll just swing over this way so how you can get a better look. So this tells us our state of charge, how long we got until we're fully charged again. We've been running the air conditioner, we just turned it off so that you can hear what we're doing. But yeah, basic switch through it. This shows us what everything's loading up. So at the moment we're getting a total, we're getting 52 amps now, but when we're drawing, that gets up to about 75, 76, plus we got a separate separate Anderson plug that we can plug an external panel in, which gives us about 15, 16 amps. So we're getting sort of 90, 95 on a really good day. We'll get close to 100 amps of power in. So that for us is off the chain. So yeah, absolutely ecstatic with that. All your tanks, everything. So this Simarine system is one of the best battery management units that you can get. Like, it's works seamless, and we absolutely love it. And
within a reasonable price range.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it wasn't super dear to change over from what was standard with the van to have the full energized system. So if you're thinking about it, inquire about it, because yeah, we absolutely rate it 100% so far.
It's definitely not top of the range with, if you want to start controlling everything like your lights and everything from the tablet screen, you know, you can go top of the range and do that.
Yeah, they do another step up above this, which you can control everything off a touchscreen on there, like Hayley was saying.
But we opted for this one. It was cost efficient for us, and also did what we wanted to do.
And it looks bloody neat as a pin, that's all it is. This other thing, it's friggin' wicked. And that is paired with, on the roof, we have 7 190 watt solar panels, so that's 1330 watts of solar, I believe. Yeah, we'll say 1330. And plus the spare one, so like 1.6 odd kilowatts of solar power. We've got the King jack up there. We've changed from the wine guard antenna so that we could fit extra panels on. And this is the dust suppression unit. It's up on the roof as well. So yeah, overall, this 12-volt system, absolutely love it. It's made it I'll throw it around again, game changer for us. So. Righto, we'll jump back outside and wrap this up. Righto guys, hope you enjoyed the look around our 2023 Yonder off-road, off-grid, absolute beast. If you've got any questions, drop them down in the comments. More than happy to answer anything you want to know. But yeah, for now, we're out of here. Later guys.